What's up, Falcon fans? On today's episode, I will briefly give you guys my predictions for the upcoming 2025 season. Hopefully, I can at least get 5 right until the reveal happens on the official date on May the 14th. If you guys like this type of content, hit that like button. If you guys hate this type of content, hit that dislike button. It won't hurt your boy's feelings, well, maybe just a little bit. But if you want to do a huge favor for your boy, by hitting that subscribe button, it will help out the empire grow. So on that note, let's just dive into the video and let's get started who we're going to play in week 1. Why not start with a bang against the New Orleans Saints away in week 1 at Caesars Superdome? So the last time we faced the New Orleans Saints in a season opener was back in 2022, where we lost 27-26 by a point. So I definitely want to have a revenge game on that. And it's kind of cool to think about back in 2013 and 14, we faced the Saints in week 1. So hopefully we can make this an annual tradition moving forward. In week 2, the Los Angeles Rams will travel to Atlanta to face the Falcons on a Sunday night primetime game. So there's 2 reasons why I have this happening. Reason number 1, in the NFL draft, the Falcons traded up in the first round to snag James Pierce Jr., the pass rusher out of Tennessee. But of course, a lot of pundits out there saying that the Rams swindled the Atlanta Falcons, so that's definitely a headline that all Falcon fans are going to hear all summer long. And the second one is pretty interesting in my personal opinion, is that their quarterback, Matthew Stafford, got permission by the Rams to speak to other teams. So reportedly, Stafford was talking to the Raiders and the Giants, but somehow those deals never got finalized, obviously, so he's back on the squad. So it's going to be very interesting to see if the Rams are 100% behind Matthew Stafford during the season. For some strange reasons, the NFL really likes to put us against the Buccaneers pretty early on in the season, so why not in week 3? In week 4, we face another division rivals, and that's the Carolina Panthers away. In week 5, the Atlanta Falcons will travel to Foxborough to face the New England Patriots on a Thursday night primetime game. Now, for the past 3 regular meetings, excluding the Super Bowl one, we have faced the Patriots in 2013, 2017, and 2021, where they all been primetime games. So obviously it's going to be another one because headlines and people will talk about that thing that the Falcons didn't accomplish. All right, on to the next one. In week 6, we're going to face another AFC East team, and that's the Miami Dolphins. And last year, they finished 8-9 record, second in the division, just like the Atlanta Falcons when it comes to divisional rankings. So this will be a really good early matchup to see where both teams are headed during the season. Bye week. Week 8 is going to be very interesting to see for the Atlanta Falcons, where we have to travel to the Bay Area to face the 49ers, where they lost a lot of star power on their defensive side of the ball, so they have to revamp that by getting some quality players in the draft and of course in free agency. So we're going to see how that all comes together. In week 9, we're going to face the Seattle Seahawks at home, and fun fact, the last time we beat Seattle at our house was back in 2007, where the final score was 44-41. So in week 10 will be a special event where we're going to play against the Colts in Berlin because it is International Week. After traveling back to Berlin, we're going to face the Carolina Panthers, but this time is a home game. In week 12, we're going back to MetLife Stadium, where the last time we lost there was back in 1998. In week 13, this could be the total opposite for the Atlanta Falcons, where we haven't beat the Cardinals in the desert since 2001. I kind of find this kind of funny. Ever since 1992 against the Buffalo Bills, we either faced them during November month or December. Out of the 8 meetings, only one time in 2005 we ever met them early on, and that was in week 3. So I decided to put them in week 14. Why not? In week 15, we have one of our conference opponents that was based on the 2024 divisional placements, and that's against the Washington Commanders. We are going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a away game in week 16. In week 17, we play the away game when it comes to the conference opponents based on the 2024 divisional placement, and that's against the Minnesota Vikings. In week 18 will be our final game of the season by closing out versus the New Orleans Saints at home, where we wrap up to hopefully go to the playoffs and maybe make it to the Super Bowl this season. Who really knows? So in conclusion, Do you guys agree or disagree with my predictions? I'm curious, what are your guys' predictions for the upcoming 2025 schedule for the Atlanta Falcons? If you guys lasted this long to the very end of the video, thank you so much for taking your own personal time and day to watch these videos. I love making content for you guys. Here's more on the screen if you guys are interested in. So what do Falcons do? Rise up. Until the next episode, show love and peace to the world, and peace.